It's an important time for both horse and rider in Hong Kong at the moment as we head towards HKIR. Welcome to Racing to Win. We're going to focus more on the riders to start the show tonight. And joined in the studio at the weather desk by Paul Elliott, the sports desk, Tom Wood. And Tom, what a massive day at Sha Tin it was on Sunday. The mile's now an open race. It is, and it'll be interesting to see which route that Ricky you wants to take with the Voyage bubble now. But how good was K-ing rising into Romantic Warrior? You even got $1.40 about Romantic Warrior there, Paul. So that was a great day, and the sprint and the cup look certainly Hong Kong bound, but in terms of the mile and the vase, could be anyone's. Yeah, it looks wide open, doesn't it? So we'll get the entries out later this week, won't we? Selected runners. So that'll make a little bit of a clearer picture, especially on what they do with Voyage Bubble, because he's got entries for both. This meeting, though, we've got $2.5 million going into the triple trio. We've got 250,000 going into the first double trio, and also the quartet and merge pool. There's money going in there in race number 1. 500,000, so we can hopefully get the race started off well. And you are correct, those selected runners are out Wednesday for HKIR. But the meeting details for Happy Valley look as follows. Seacourse Racing, 6:40 the first through until 10 minutes to 11. The two Class 3 races are the two that we focus on, the 1650 and the 1200 metre Class 3. Going to focus now on the jockeys, Tom, because we're going back to get some colour pictures from 12 months ago of IJC night. It's cut-off time. Race number 9, Wednesday night. That is it. It is. So there's a couple of spots up for grabs in terms of the jockeys for those final two spots. So one is for the second best jockey here in Hong Kong. Of course, Zach being the championship winner of last season, he automatically gets in. So there's a spot for the second best jockey here on the table. And of course, there is a spot for the best local jockeys. So both of those spots will be determined come race 9, possibly a little bit earlier on Wednesday night. And obviously, it's a good battle between Hugh Bowman and Luke Ferraris. Luke Paul has just got his nose in front. Hugh's one behind, but he's got a lot of second placings next to his name, does Hugh? Yeah, 19 versus 7. So it just shows that the, you know, if it is a tie, I mean, Hugh's going to go through. So he's one ahead at this stage going into the meeting, and it'll be interesting to see what happens, because they've both got some really good rides. And then in terms of the local jockeys, you've got obviously there Vincent Ho and Jerry Chow. It was neck and neck the Saturday meeting, Mark, but there's been a little bit of a margin pulled out again for Vincent. There has indeed. We'll talk more about the local riders shortly. Nick spoke with the man that's trying to run down Luke Ferraris. It's Hugh Bowman.
The IJC, you're a definite chance and player to be there. As for the event, the sort of event it is for a rider, obviously it's an enjoyable one, isn't it, on the Wednesday night?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, I think it leads away as far as jockey challenges go around the world. It's always a great night to be a part of, and you know, I've had the privilege of being involved, you know, many times now, and hopefully I can add another one to the list, but it'll depend on results tomorrow night, actually, so let's see.
It certainly will. You've won it, though, haven't you, in the past? I think 2016?
I have won it. I'm not sure what year, but I have been victorious, so let's see what happens.
And I guess obviously, you're a rider who rides internationally and has ridden all around the globe, Hugh. I guess when you get these different jockeys come in, it's always nice to catch up with them, I suppose, as well. Obviously, you're competitors, but always great to see everybody, and to bring them to one place is always a nice experience, I'm sure.
It's fantastic, and the unique thing about riding a jockey challenge such as the IJC is that you get to compete under circumstances where the pressure isn't quite what it is if you're going on the international stage for a big race with an important horse. You know, although it's nice to catch up with your comrades, it's a bit more of a relaxed environment. You're all competing, but ultimately it's really exciting event to be involved with.
He does have a little bit of work to do, Tom, as we get the current standings up for where they are in the premiership at the moment, Hugh Bowman. He's one behind Luke Ferraris, so certainly a big chance of doing it, but just adds to Wednesday night.
It certainly does. So if it comes down to obviously Hugh getting a win Wednesday night and Luke not, then Hugh is able to get in. But Luke Ferraris, Paul, he's done a magnificent job in the early part of the season. He's got a great strike rate, and he's just seeing them so well.
Yeah, he's flying at the moment. He's going well. And looking at the local jockeys there, 2 ahead, Vincent Ho over Jerry Chow. So he's definitely got the advantage going into Wednesday.
Here are the rides, Paul. We're going to start with Luke Ferraris. As no one has massive numbers as far as the book goes on Wednesday night. Luke Ferraris with 4.
I think the Super Cherazard be an outsider, but the other 3 are really good chances. A Fatal Blow can't get a draw, but he's got pace. Fortune Star has been racing very well recently, and Charming Babe's the last start winner. So he's got some really good chances there, I thought.
Fortune Star's got blinkers on. Fatal Blow didn't like the all-weather last time out, so they're bringing him back. Star Bros ran well last start. Water Flow as a first starter. Denfield's been a little bit out of form. All Cash has had a little issue, but he's trialled well, and Harker Radiant's going for 4 in a row.
Yeah, he's flying, isn't he, Harker Radiance?
Who would have thought you were saying Harker Radiance was going for 4 in a row?
Absolutely. Here's Vincent Ho's rides. Tom, he has the 4 of them, and there is certainly some chances amongst them.
Never Settle ran well at his debut at a big price. He was 38 to 1. Celtic Times, the boombox comes to Happy Valley for the first time. And King Miles, Paul, he's drawn a little wider than again he was last time out, but ran well after that first up win.
I think he's a better horse going back as well, King Miles, so that'll force their hand. And the boombox has trialled before at Happy Valley. And we've got to look at the rides of Jerry. Meowth was a really good run from him last start. Embraces, look, he's close to a win as well. So they're his best 2, I think.
And of course, Meowth ran well last start. Similar Strength was okay last start, but would want to see him do that again, I feel.
And that is a look at the boys' thoughts leading in to Wednesday night for the boys' thoughts on their chances of qualifying for the IJC. Now, race number 8, we've got Embraces at the top of the book with the cheek pieces on. Happy Valley debut for the boombox. He has trialled there. Shams makes his Hong Kong debut. He was 3rd in the Group 2 Waikato Guineas before arriving. King Lotus has placed his only time at 16.50. We've got Nova Knight making his Happy Valley debut. Shaw Joe for a 3-time course and distance winner in Mighty Steed. At this stage, his best form is in Class 4. There's the speed map, Paul, and it should be a good pace.
Yeah, look, Keen Molly's gone forward in his last 2 starts. He did struggle around the bend a couple of starts ago, that first bend, but he can go forward. Mighty Steed can go forward. Colourful Gan. Sure, Joyful's got an inside draw now. Shams is the debutant, but he's drawn quite wide. King Lotus has got a wide draw as well, so he'll look and try and slot in there somewhere as well. Embraces always goes back, as does America Spexo.
The first replay, Tom, features King Molly. You've been with him a bit lately. Ended up running 6th here. Mighty Steed 7th, and King Lotus has been really good around Happy Valley of late. Does Keen Molly figure for you again?
Yeah, I'm going with him again. I thought he was just maybe a shade disappointed, but he might have had the odd excuse. They were outside standard that first section. He was sort of up near the pace there, and so maybe just how the race was run with a quickened. He just couldn't quite go with that tempo. I think he wants a good solid tempo to aim at here. Wanted to get his head up a little bit in those early stages as well when there was a lack of pace on there. So I'm willing to give him another chance.
I like King Lotus as well coming out of that race, and here he is on screen now. Look, he's a 2-time winner from his 6 starts. He's so close to winning last time. Now the horse just got first run on him. I Can has run well again since. Just a barrier draw for him, but he's a horse in good form at the moment.
Ollie Hudson and Mark Newnham, the combination with King Lotus. Paul, next replay features Embraces, who was disappointing here, Storming Dragon and AM Rector Spexo. Here's at a run since this race. He ran over 1,800 metres.
Yeah, look, the thing with the Embraces is he needs pace on because he's on the back foot normally from the start. But he is a multiple winner over this course and distance, Embraces. So look, he'll get his chance once again. Jerry Chow, barrier 5.
You definitely wouldn't rule out America Spexo the way he's been going over the 1,800 metres, coming back to 1650. It was about this time last year. He hadn't even won over 1650, so he's been able to do that now, and he's very, very consistent. Embrace has got the gear change as well, cheek pieces on.
I've got the head on here, Tom, simply because Colourful Gan and Nova Knight drop out and are out of shot by the time we reach the winning post. That's not a great sign for that pair. How do you assess the boombox and where he is at?
Well, he was a bit keen in the middle stages last time out. and he didn't have a great deal of early speeds through the early stages. So he's been a little bit out of sorts in his 2 runs back. Chased home Bob General, of course. This was Thriving Brothers. Lucy in the Sky unfortunately bled again at the weekend, did Lucy in the Sky. But I want to watch him here at Happy Valley first time. He's got a good draw, but I don't think he's going as well as he probably once was.
I'm going to give him a chance because that one trial he had at Happy Valley, and that was way back when he first got here, he seemed to handle it okay. And the way he's been racing over the 1400 metres, he does look like he's crying out for further ground. So maybe the 1650 be okay for him.
That trial was October of 2024. One more. Paul, we've seen a few of these Keen Molly embraces. One we haven't touched on is Harmony Galaxy. He was better last time, but his winning form is still all at 1,800 metres.
Yeah, I'd prefer to wait till he gets to 1,800 metres. This is the one where Keen Molly around that first bend didn't handle the bend at all. And look, this was his chance to win it, wasn't it? And he almost got up and won. So it was a good effort. So with Keen Molly, just couldn't quite peg back Viva Gracious there on the inside. So look, if you're willing to forgive that last start, then he's going to be a chance for sure.
Absolutely should have won there that night as well. Keen Molly. Harmony Galaxy was about one of the first off the bridle down the side on the all-weather last start. And as you said, 1,800, that's what he needs.
That has been a breakdown of race number 8. Paul, you're with King Lotus.
Yeah, I'm going to go with King Lotus. He's just got to overcome that wide draw, but I think he can get cover if he is wide. We'll give him Braces a chance because there is pace in this race. The Boombox, the bit of the unknown, coming here to Happy Valley, and Keen Molly just there on a minor line. 7-1-2-6.
Went with 6 here again. Keen Molly willing to give him another go off that vision we saw last time out. He whacked away over the final stages. Pace might not have been ideal for him through those early stages, but obviously went very close to winning 2 runs ago. Americ to Spexo, King Lotus. He's got a good turn of foot, just the draw a little negative there, and did actually throw the Boombox in for a 4th. There was a few others I weren't overly keen on. Storming Dragon on a 7-day turnaround. Got Shams as well, who's making his Hong Kong debut. So maybe with the draw he could figure here, but probably more inclined to go with those top 3. 6-3, 7 and 2.
It's break time here on Racing to Win. That's been the preview for race number 8. We'll look at the last run reminder and all of the best bets right after this. Welcome back to Racing to Win. We're out of the break, Paul. It's time to reveal the last run reminder, and this was a pretty unlucky run, this one, so it wouldn't have been too hard to find for the show, would it?
No, exactly. He's only had the 3 starts. He's run 4th, 2nd and 4th in those 3 starts, and look, he couldn't get a run really all the way down the straight. He was sort of on heels. You can see he's just waiting to go, and he was following that horse and had to go back to the inside in the end, and then the gap appeared, but the race was well over by that stage, and the leader sort of dictated from the front, Beauty Glory. But look, you can see it here on the head-on, gives you a better idea. He's just couldn't get out there onto the outside, so had to go back to the inside, and by that stage the race was over.
Wasn't ideal watching if you were on.
No, that's Amazing Gaze, who is the last run reminder. Race 7, number 5, a member of the David Hayes stable, who we'll talk more about shortly. But this is the details for race number 9 coming up on screen right now. Class 3 over the 1,200 metres. Kairos Dragon, last start winner, carries £11 more. Spicy Gold's a 4-time course and distance winner. Akash Vani, £11 extra for his last start win. Charming Babe comes up in grade. He's just struggled a bit so far in Class 3 in the past. All Too Brave has the blinkers off. Greater Bay is on debut. He was Wobbly Boot when trained by Chris Lees, won over the 1100 Port Macquarie, and Northern Fireball and Lucky Planet, the bottom 2 in race number 9. Paul, led up by Candlelight Dinner.
Yeah, look, he's got really good pace, Candlelight Dinner, and the other one that's got really good pace in the race is Lucky Planet. He's one of the fastest out of the gate. So look, they're going to put on a bit of speed in this race because Northern Fireball likes to go forward as well. Charming Babe should get a nice enough run, and Akash Vani's going to get the perfect run from barrier 1 and behind. Greater Bay, he comes into this race, he's drawn a little bit awkwardly, he'll just look for some covering. I think King Miles are going to have to go back with him from barrier 9.
We start with an interview that Nick has done with the rider of Kairos Dragon. It's Karis Teaton.
Karis Teaton, Kairos Dragon is your ride coming up in the last race on Wednesday night. Good to see him get his head in front again.
Yeah, Nick, he's a horse actually that goes to races and always run his best. And of course, last time he had a good run through, and it was his first run. He felt good and he won a nice race.
like on his previous form, and he can always produce fresh. He can always produce second up as well. So I guess there's a level of confidence where you'd be hoping he can do the same.
Yeah, sure. I think when he's fresh, he's a better horse. It's been a while since his last run, so I think he's a bit fresh still. And like you say, even his seconds up runs are pretty good. So, you know, he's got a nice gate again, and I think that's going to be a big help.
Nice trial since then. David's kept him up to the mark.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a horse is going well. You know, his performance has been really good in the morning. Yeah, seems like everything is normal.
Demands a bit more now, up to a mark of 75, but given his record around here, I guess that stands him in good stead, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, sure. You know, the track and the way he handled the track, the horse, he knows it pretty well, and he performed so well. And I still think he's capable of being competitive in this rating. Yeah, let's hope he gives us his best again.
Do you have him a chance of going back-to-back, Tom?
I actually left him out in the end because I don't think he fares well here at the weights this time round. It goes up 11 pounds because he's the top-rated horse in the race off a rating of 75. His prior win had come off 68, Paul, and when he sort of got up to a 74, 75 rating, he struggled to win one. He placed but couldn't win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the draw's good for him, but yeah, I'm the same as you. I ended up leaving him out.
Akash Varney, here is his win last time, Paul. He's a pretty nice horse, this guy. He goes up quite a bit in the weights also, but he draws beautifully in barrier 1. Zach Purton rides for David Hayes.
Yeah, I do like him from the draw. He maps perfectly from barrier 1. There's speed in this race. He's going to get the perfect run just in behind. And look, I think he can win. I think he can overcome that rate rise because he's a horse on the up.
Yeah, so he's got another 11 pounds to carry. The first 3 in that race around the bend were the first 3 home, but he's just going to get the perfect drag into the race, one would think, from barrier number 1 with the pace in the race. And Zach will have options whether he wants to slide up the rail if there's room there or pop one off.
And here is David Hayes' stats at Happy Valley for November. Tom, 5 wins from 26 runners.
Yeah, grinning like a Cheshire cat at the moment is David with everything that's going on in the stable. 5 wins there, a win rate of 19.3, and stable's absolutely flying, of course, at the moment, Paul, with the headline Act Carrying Rising.
Yeah, exactly. And I've got quite a few of his on top as well, so hopefully I haven't put the mockers on it. I don't mind trying to win at a price. Amazing Gaze, we just saw as the last run reminder. You like Star Bros, and I quite like AK Chvani in the last, so he's got some good chances.
Good bet for the Trainers Challenge.
I think so.
That is David Hayes, the focus. His horse, Akash Varney, in race number 9. Here is our next replay, Paul. It's Charming Babe winning last time. 1,200 metres. The distance is no problem. He does need to turn up in Class 3, though.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? When he comes into this grade, he just does struggle a little bit. It was a nice enough win for him, but, you know, 8 goes in the class and he hasn't finished in the first 4, tells the story.
And he's obviously got 127 here to carry with how the race has panned out with no horse rated above 75. Rallied strongly there. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt to turn up and run another good race again for Ricky Yu.
Well, that's Charming Babe. Tom, here is King Miles, who has only lightly raced this time in. 2 runs for the season, a first and a second, so he can't have done too much better. The win was good, but then beaten last time by Chateauneuf.
Yeah, and he obviously was leading up last time out. He sat just off the pace when he was able to win fresh up, and he looked a great chance that night. And he was only cut down here late. Be interested to see where they put him here because he's been up close, Paul, but you think he's going to go back from 9?
Yeah, I think he will. And look, he's raced well from the back in the past, earlier in his career. So I don't think it's a negative for him to go back in this race. I'm going to include him in the numbers.
And the 2 in our final replay, Paul, both coming off placings. Spicy Gold second and Prestige Always 30. Look, the winner at about the 100-metre mark, Spicy Gold, when he loomed up, but in the end, Regal Gem, who's just loving life around Happy Valley, was able to get through and beat him. And Prestige Always, the other one in the yellow sleeves down the outside.
Yeah, I think it's quite a strong form race, this one with Regal Gem winning. I think both these 2 horses have got really good chances coming into this race as well. So I'll give them both a shot.
Yeah, Prestige Always, he was running on certainly strongly there at the end of the race. He's only had 1 win here in Hong Kong. He's drawn barrier number 3, so I think he should get a nice enough run through. Don't think he's the worst either.
That's the boys' thoughts on the replays leading into race number 9. Paul, what's your top 4?
You're going to go with Akash Varney. I think he's just going to get that perfect run from barrier 1. He can overcome the weight rise. Spicy Gold and Prestige Always, both coming out of that same race. And then King Miles, I think he'll go back, but he will be running on strongly at the end. 4-3-7-5.
especially with the draw. I think barrier number 1, Akash Varney, going to be very tough to beat for Zach Purton from that inside alley there. He's going to get the perfect run behind the speed. He's had a trial since up at Chungfa and ran second in that trial, so he's clearly the one to beat. Outside of him, respect for King Miles, very rarely misses turning up into the top 2 here. Course and distance, King Miles, barrier 9 for Vincent Ho and Francis Loy. Charming Babe, number 6 for Luke Ferraris and Ricky Yu, and Spicy Gold, not the worst as well on that run there, where he loomed up, might have even momentarily hit the front, but was knocked off by Regal Gem. So 4, 5, 6 and 3 in the finale.
That has been race number 9. A reminder, all of the races are previewed on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video for race-by-race analysis. And with HKIR not too far away, there is a dedicated page for all the information you need for the big week in Hong Kong. There's an IJC section, all the relevant dates with the allocation of jockeys for the IJC. They're leading into the big day for HKIR at Sha Tin. Jump on the website, hkjc.com. But Paul, your best bets.
Going to go with Everstar. He was pushed really wide last start and ran on really strongly here for 4th. His win has been in Class 4. He's 2 rating points higher than that at the moment, but he has performed in Class 3 in the past. So I think he's just about at the right weighting now. This win here from King Oberon, he's a horse in form. You can see him, he was wide all the way and he wasn't too far away at the finish, just kept coming. He's had some tough runs before, but he's drawn nicely in barrier 4. And the Valued China win, he steps up to 1,800 metres for the first time from the informed David Hay stable. He's got to overcome 12, but he'll get back. But being by Super Seth, I think the 1,800 metres looks good for him. And then we'll do the play in that last race, Spicy Gold, Akash Varney and Prestige, always in a QQP.
We'll go Class 5 for the best what could possibly go wrong. Race 2, number 5, Star Bros. David Hayes into Hugh Bowman. He got home really well this night at Happy Valley. Obviously not a strong form reference here, Lucky Blessing, but he was doing his best work late down the outside here. And Hugh Bowman, of course, looking to pick up a winner to secure a spot in the International Jockeys Championship. He had gate 12 this night. He's come up with gate number 4. Of course, a polar fighter there is Frank the Form there as well. You've got Meowth in race 6, number 5. He got home pretty well last time out. Cody Mo, Jerry Chow, another jockey looking for an IJC berth. So race 6, number 5, Meowth the value. And we'll go with Amazing Award, Amazing Gaze and Fortune Star with the blinkers on in terms of the play race number 7.
Golden Luck, the best bet. Race 3, number 10, Derek Long for Manfred Mann. Beat all but Silver Spurs last time, and Silver Spurs has been in great form. He has a better draw of barrier number 2 and is a 3-time course and distance winner. So he is the best. The value, race 5, number 1, Nelly Fine the Grey. He hasn't won for a little while, but he's back into a class and a distance where he is proven, with Ellis Wong taking a £5 claim. So he carries £130 in the play. Race 3, Never Settle was good on debut. Bit Superstar placed for David Hall last time, and Golden Luck for Derek Long and Manfred Mann, 5, 6 and 10 in a QQP. That has been Racing to Win for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Presentation, Tom, for the feature race will include the Piper.
It will, the Bagpipe Man. He'll be there. They'll be kitted out in tartan as well. So that's coming up, of course, tomorrow night, Wednesday night. And, of course, next weekend, or this coming weekend, we've got the Chevalier Cup. It's always been a good race, the Chevalier Cup. It's one of 2 Class 2 races this weekend. That's over the 1,600 metres, and the other Class 2 over the 1,000, and then back to Happy Valley again, Paul, for the American Club Challenge Cup.
It's always a good race as well. It's good to see these 1,000 metre races as well for the Class 2, because you don't see them that often for them. So they'll get their opportunities to be the usual suspects there, like Youthful Spirits. And I thought it was a good run back from Crimson Flash winning. Good training performance. He's now won 3 in a row.
You've got Massive Sovereign this weekend lining up in the Chevalier Cup. He might be looking to head towards, of course, the Hong Kong Cup. Pray for Moore on the backup as well. Yeah. He's lining up there. And Sagacious Life, who won on debut at a big price. He's won a trial since, so he's looming up again for Pierre Ung as we focus on the 4-year-old series, of course, after HKIR.
And Brittany Wong not riding. Sagacious Life, of course, injured in a barrier mishap on the weekend. Brittany out for a good couple of months, and we wish her a speedy recovery. A reminder also, too, that the selected runners for HKIR are out on Wednesday. Big thanks to Tom, big thanks to Paul, and big thanks to you as well. That has been Racing to Win. We'll see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night with the first race getting underway at 6:40.